start things off, I want to thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. We hit it in just under 6 months, which is truly incredible. So my gift back to you guys is this Discord server, as many of you know. It's called Stevie Wonders. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and join. I'm going to give a quick little rundown of the ins and outs of this server because it is pretty big. It's pretty complicated. So we have 5 text channels. They're pretty self-explanatory. General questions for Stevie. This is kind of like a little Q&A section. I can answer all the questions you have. Stream highlights if anyone wants to download some clips of the streams that I have most nights and put it here. That would be pretty sweet. Memes is self-explanatory, and Stevie's chat is a locked one for the mods and me. Voice channels, we have general. This is where you'll come whenever you load into the server. We have a locked channel for the mods, my locked channel, mod help. This is pretty cool. If you have any help, you're sorted into the rest of these channels that I'll get to in a second. And if you need help, just hop into this channel, and if any of the mods are online, they'll come in here and they'll help you. So that's pretty cool. And then the AFK channel is self-explanatory. You'll be sent to the AFK channel, muted and deafened after 15 minutes of inactivity. Now for the actual channels that you guys will be on, here are the categories. At least we have meet people to play with. We have 3 channels for that. Hop in here if you want to try to find people, and hopefully there will be some other people that are willing to to play Rust with you. We have play by hours. This is another way to do it. Obviously hours isn't completely telling of how good you are at the game, but I tried to, I have a little hours tab. Just hop in depending on how many hours you have, and maybe you can find some other people to play with. We have Zergs, which is self-explanatory. I talked about wanting to set up Zergs with you guys in the future. That will definitely be a thing. Group channels. Now this is pretty cool. I know a lot of you guys have groups you already play with, so subscribers that already have, 4 or 5 people that they play with regularly, you can still hop in this channel, hop into a specific group, then just message me, and I'll give you exclusive permissions to the group, and you can allow people in that you want, and no one else can come in. So bring your groups to the channel. We'll try to keep it as poppin' as possible. And then if you're just playing by yourself, the rest of your group's not on, you can hop up into any of the other channels. Clan channels is self-explanatory. If anyone wants to set up clans, that's a possibility. Role player channels is as well. And then we have the 4 other games, or actually 3 other games, and then the other game category if you want to play those. So it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty big channel. Hopefully a lot of people come and join. Definitely do that. Again, the join link is in the description below. But now for the actual video. What is up, YouTube? It is Stevie, and welcome back to another video. Now again, thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. I truly appreciate each and every one of you so much. Now talking about this base, it is a 20 satchel raid. Obviously you saw the title, which is kind of insane, especially for how small the space is and for the fact that it takes so few metal fragments to build. It does use the roof removal method that you might have seen in my last video, which is extremely overpowered. It's kind of an exploit, and it probably will get patched in the near future. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put the resources it takes to build this base on the screen right now. And here are the resources it takes every 24 hours to upkeep the base. Now let's go ahead and get into the base tour and the base build after that. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy, and subscribe if you're new. Alright guys, getting right into the tour, the first thing we're going to notice is probably the foundations, the triangle foundations on the side of the base. They are very important. They make it so that it is a 20 satchel raid instead of a 10 satchel raid. I'll get to that in just a minute. We have wooden stairs leading up to the front door. Then in here we just have some open room to the right. This is a possibility of what you could put here. 2 furnaces in a small box, maybe 3 furnaces, maybe 3 small boxes, whatever you want. Obviously that's probably a pretty bad idea because there's only 1 door to get here. But it is empty space. You can place a shotgun trap if you want, whatever you have. If times start getting tough, you don't have much room in the middle of your base, you have a bunch of loot, then I would suggest maybe putting another airlock out there and maybe putting some boxes here. But it is up to you guys. Once we come through this door, we have another airlock and then another door to get to the main part of the base. We have twig holding this roof out. I'll explain that in a second. We have a small furnace and a small box. And then once we drop down in here, half a story below this layer, we have the main part of the base. We have 3 large boxes, we have 3 small boxes, plus that small box, and any extra you have adds to about 5 large boxes worth of space, which is a lot for a base this small. We have a campfire, another small furnace, a TC, and a level 1 workbench. Obviously change this to level 2 when you have the resources to do so. Now, this base, as I said, is a 20 satchel raid. If we break this wall comes down and we are essentially trapped inside. And when raiders decide to come in, they have to go through 3 doors. Then they get here, and they're going to have to go through this floor or through the roof, which is going to be 10 satchels either way, to get to the rest of the loot. And because we have TC, which is trapped inside, when we spawn in or when we're coming from the outside, we can just place a roof. It'll pop this roof out and allows us to get inside. And if we're down here, you might think when you spawn back in, say you were offline, you spawn back in, you're sleeping bag, aren't you stuck? Well, that's not the case. If we line up with this line right here in this first seam, we have the perfect angle. Let me try that again. We have the perfect angle to look up and place a 45-degree angle roof through the floor, which in my opinion is an exploit. It should get patched soon, but it isn't as of now. So it pops this roof out and we can get out, but no one can get in. So in terms of rating, if this were broken and they're coming in, if they try to go in through the foundations, they have a foundation, and then this is a half wall, so that's 20 satchels, foundation, half wall. It's the same thing all the way around. Right here you have 1 door, and then 20 satchels through this sheet metal wall. Through the top we have 10 satchels, and then 10 satchels. In the same case right here. So no matter what, it is a 20 satchel raid. It's a really easy base to make, and it's really inexpensive. And I'm going to go ahead and address the problem before I get comments about it. Oh, this is 7,500 stone, Stevie, that's not a starter base. And I realize that an easy way to solve this is when you're first making the base, leave off that foundation, leave off that foundation, leave off this whole area right here. Give me just a second. And just have something like this. Now obviously it is no longer a 20 satchel raid. You can probably put stairs there. I don't know why it's not letting me. But this is obviously not a 20 satchel raid anymore. If they go through the foundation, it's only 10. But this only costs 6,000 stone, and we can just expand it with a couple more 100 stone. We can get it back to the 20 satchels that the base was designed on. So overall, it's really flexible. It's expandable. It's a nice base. Let's go ahead and hop right into the base build. Alright, this is a really easy base build to do, so I'm not going to talk to you guys for any of it. If you do have any questions, drop in the comments section below. But I'm going to keep it 100% speed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoy and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.